You have to have a level 7 security clearance to watch this video. Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm a black nerd with a review for you, Letter Reviews. And today I'm reviewing Disney ABC's Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. in color. I'm gonna tell you the good, I'm gonna tell you the bad, I'm gonna tell you the nerdy. Plot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Avengers made a whole bunch of money, and ABC was like, hey, can we make some more money off the Avengers? And they're like, yeah, sure, it takes S.H.I.E.L.D. to make it a TV show. And they said, alright. Best synopsis ever. First, the good. Obviously, Coulson. Coulson lives. I love that character. Clark Gregg is amazing. He just gets right back into the performance. It's like he never died. He is definitely the best thing about this show. If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be a show. I'll get to that later. But it was nice to see him back in that character, and there's some mystery of like why he's back. He gave an explanation, but by the way, should I say spoiler alert? I mean, do you spoil a pilot? Is that possible? But from what we can tell, there's probably some other reason that he's back, and I guess we'll find that out in due time. I don't care, because I'm just glad he's back. I love that dude, kicking butt, driving fancy cars that fly, Back to the Future style. Also in this cast is Ming-Na Wen as Agent Melinda May, and I really loved her character. She's the one that's like, I used to be on the field, but I don't want to do that anymore. Now I just want to push papers, and Coulson's all like, no, we know you want to be back on the field. So of course he does his little Agent S.H.I.E.L.D. tricky thing. He's like, oh hey, just come drive this bus for us. Oh, by the way, the bus is a plane. Come fly this plane for us. Oh, by the way, some people are attacking us. Go fight those people. You know you want to get back into the field. Coulson. I think her character is going to be very interesting, and I think the relationship that her and Coulson will have will be fun. They are the people that have been around. They know what goes on. They know the backstory, the deal, the real deal. When this show goes full on action film, and a couple times it actually does, it's actually very fun. Like when the action is going on, when there's fighting, when there's chasing, it just really, that's where the show shines. It's where you really get a sense of danger, where you really get a sense of adventure, and I like that. It kind of reminds me of those old action shows I used to watch, you know, back in the 90s and stuff. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for some people, you know, because it's 2013, but I thought that when they had that going, it was great. So keep with that action, keep with that fun, keep Coulson, and I think you got a hit. But unfortunately, I'm not like the Marvel fanboy that just thinks that everything with a Marvel sticker makes me instantly nerdgasm. There's some issues I gotta talk about. Now for the bad. I gotta be honest, watching an event like the Avengers, which is not even just a movie, it's an event. To watch that and then go, well, here's this TV show that's gonna be 1/10 of the budget that the Avengers was and have some TV actors and one character from the movie, it does kind of give it like a, oh, you're like a little Avenger Junior, like your little Avenger baby, like look at you, so cute, trying. That's just a personal thing for me. I'm sure I'll get over it. Once you see the big screen treatment, it's kind of hard to take this show in that same universe, especially when it's actually playing in the same universe. It's like, here's the big show and here's the Avengers web series. All right, let's talk about this cast. Okay, it's kind of nice that Coulson is back because it seems like if we didn't have Coulson and Ming-Na Wen, everybody would be new recruits. I mean, what is going on here? I feel like I was watching Captain Coulson in the Marvel Tears. The power and the responsibility is yours. I guess it would make Ming-Na Wen Gaia. Seriously, it was like we had the new agent, we have this new person, Sky. The scientists look like they just got hired last week. It's like everybody's new. This is supposed to be S.H.I.E.L.D., this organization that has been around for years. I feel like there should have been at least 1 or 2 more people on the cast as regulars that have like been there for 5 or 10 years or something, just like some more veterans. No offense, I'm glad you all are beautiful people, but I just feel like there should have been like one big guy, one guy on their staff that's just like, I am huge, mammoth, and I will just break things with my fist. I just feel like that there should have been that. Or maybe they could have even had a person on the staff that was super powered. Like, I don't know if that's a thing that may or may not happen in the future. I just feel like that might have been interesting. You know, there could be that whole dynamic of, oh, you're working for the people that are trying to lock us up and bring us in, and yet you're one of us. Ooh, you know, drama. Just somebody on the staff that looks like they could really kick butt. Because other than Ming-Na Wen, who really kicked butt in this pilot, it just seems like everyone else is just like, yeah, we're fighters. And the script in this show suffers from the same problem I had with Iron Man 3. Look, you can have Coulson be kind of quirky and have his one-liners, but you cannot have the entire cast do that. Ming-Na Wen was like the only serious character. Every single other character in this show had jokey one-liners. The agent, Sky, oh my gosh, like every line from her seemed like she was doing a stand-up comedy act. And then don't even get me started on the mumbling, bumbling foreign I don't know if are they related? I guess they can't be related. One's like Scottish, one's British. I get they're supposed to be like, oh, we're the crazy fidgety scientists, but it's like, all right, we got you. Calm down. Make it look like you do know what you're doing. After a while, it's just like, okay, everyone's too freaking quirky. This is too much like someone trying to write a Whedon script. It's just like, just do a show. At some point, has to be danger. This is exactly what I said about Ninja Turtles from Nickelodeon. It's like, you guys are doing the same thing that the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles show is doing. If I feel like I'm getting more danger from Michelangelo fighting the Krang than I am from S.H.I.E.L.D, that's a problem. Oh yeah, and subtlety is not this show's strong suit. I know there was some truth serum put into this mix, but I was like, alright, seriously, can you point it further that Skye and Ward are probably gonna have some sexual tension? And the whole speech that J. August Richards does, he's the main guy that they have to follow in this first episode. He's this black guy, and he's doing this whole speech about how there's men and gods in this world, and sometimes you have to work as hard as you can as a man, and you're told that as a man you'll be able to make it, but there are still gods who control things and make sure that you as a man can't get access to those things. This is after he fell in front of a giant mural painting of black people. I got it. I get the metaphor. Why don't you deal with fighting supervillains and dealing with superheroes, okay? Leave the race relations to BET or Lee Daniels. 12 Years a Mutant. Enough of the nerdy. Kobe Smulders, Maria Hill came back for the pilot. That must have been amazing. She must have just came in, did her bit, took her clothes off, put her clothes back on for How I Met Your Mother right across the street. You know, the whole time that she was there, she's like, hey, you guys know that How I Met Your Mother is ending this season, right? He met the mother. I'm just saying, next season, if you guys are still on, Maria might be available. Where was Nick Fury? You tell me Samuel L. Jackson was not available. That dude could have done Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and 20 movies at the same time. I know that dude. He works. So even after this one episode, I've already talked to Marvel fanboys who are just like, oh my god, this is the best show ever, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I've already talked to those cynical nerds who was like, oh man, this is stupid. This is like gonna last 3 episodes. I think that there's some definitely great elements into this thing, but I think if they can just tune into those great elements, stop trying to be so quirky, and I think this show could be fun. I hope it's not gonna become like Smallville, where it's just like, here's the villain of the week, but there's some good overarching stories that happen. It seems like that's the case with this group called Centipede, who I love that they were just like, all right, let's take the gamma radiation from the Hulk, let's take the super serum from Captain America, let's take the extremist from Iron Man 3, let's take the alien technology from the Avengers, stick it, put it on someone's arm and say, now you have superpowers. Oh yeah, that's not gonna cause any problems. And for the people that are like, oh no, this show's gonna get canceled and fail, no, Disney is not gonna let this fail. Disney cannot let this fail. They're gonna shove the show down your throat, and if you don't watch it and they have to cancel it, they're gonna make up some excuse like, oh, well, you know, we wanted to spend more time focusing on the movie, so we didn't want to dilute the franchise. They're gonna have an out. This show will be successful whether we want it to be or not. Don't mess with the mouse, yo. Now I want to hear from you. What did you think of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know what you thought in the comments. Also, what movie would you like to have seen continue through TV? Mine was already done. It was Beetlejuice. I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Chain chomp, yomp.